Monaco's royal brides' wedding attires. Royal wedding dresses are more than just garments, they embody tradition, symbolism, and cultural significance. Royal wedding dresses hold significant cultural, historical, and symbolic values. Royal wedding dresses often reflect the cultural and historical traditions of the royal family, showcasing their heritage and legacy. The Monegasque royal house is known for their exquisite taste in wedding attire. Let's take a closer look to the Monaco royal brides' wedding gowns that embody the style and glory of royal brides. Princess Grace of Monaco married in 1956. Grace Patricia Kelly was an American actress and Princess of Monaco as the wife of Prince Rainier III. Rainier was the head of Monegasque princely family of Monaco from 1949 to his death in 2005. Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III of Monaco's wedding took place over 2 days in April 1956, with a civil ceremony on April 18 at Prince's Palace of Monaco and a religious ceremony on April 19 at St. Nicholas Cathedral, Monaco. The events were broadcast live to a massive global audience, becoming known as the Wedding of the Century, with over 30 million viewers watching the live broadcast on television. Highlights included Kelly's iconic wedding gown, designed by Helen Rose, a grand reception with a 6-tiered cake, and a custom perfume created by Prince Rainier for his bride. The ceremonies were attended by 600 to 700 guests, including Hollywood stars like Cary Grant and Ava Gardner, and Greek millionaire Aristotle Onassis. The wedding was a global media event. The bridal dress was designed by MGM costume designer Helen Rose. The dress was made of silk taffeta fail, silk net, peau de soie, and 125-year-old Brussels rose point lace. The high-necked, long-sleeved gown was a combination of a fitted bodice and a full skirt. It became an iconic piece of bridal fashion, inspiring many other brides. Princess Grace wore a Juliet cap headpiece, adorned with seed pearls and orange blossoms, was worn with a 90-yard tulle veil. The veil was designed to not obscure her face, and she also wore a small Bible as part of the ceremony. A small bouquet of lilies of the valley was carried, which she left on the altar of the chapel of Saint Devote after the wedding. Prince Rainier gave her a Cartier engagement ring featuring a 10.47-carat emerald-cut diamond. Prince Rainier commissioned a unique perfume, Florissimo, from the British perfume house Creed, to match Kelly's bouquet. She also wore a separate jewelry set gifted by Van Cleef & Arpels, consisting of a necklace, bracelet, and earrings of diamonds and pearls. A luncheon buffet included items such as caviar, smoked salmon, and champagne. A 6-tiered masterpiece taller than the couple, featuring sugar replicas of Monaco's palace, scenes from Monaco's history, the Monegasque crest, and 2 cherubs. The couple was gifted a Rolls-Royce convertible by the people of Monaco to use for their wedding day. Princess Caroline of Monaco married in 1978. Princess Caroline is the first daughter of Prince Rainier and Princess Grace of Monaco. Caroline first married Parisian banker Philippe Junot. The civil wedding took place on June 28, 1978, followed by a religious ceremony on June 29, 1978. The religious wedding took place in an outdoor courtyard of the prince's palace. The bride wore a dress designed by Marc Bohan for Christian Dior. The dress is a white, floral-embroidered organdy gown. It features a sheer, round-necked lace bodice and soft, fluid sleeves. The full-length skirt is made of delicate lace and features a distinctive scalloped border at the bottom. The look was topped off with a sweeping veil and white flowers in her hair. A large and lavish affair, the wedding was attended by around 650 guests, including celebrities like Ava Gardner, Cary Grant, and Frank Sinatra. A wedding ball was hosted at the palace after the civil ceremony. Following the religious wedding, the couple followed tradition by walking to the Chapel of Mercy, where Caroline left her bouquet on the altar. The union lasted 2 years, and they divorced in 1980. The Catholic Church granted the princess an annulment in 1992. Princess Caroline's second marriage was held to Italian socialite and businessman Stefano Casiraghi December 29, 1983. The intimate civil ceremony was held inside the Chamber of Mirrors at the prince's palace. The wedding was kept private because Caroline's first marriage had not yet been annulled, making a religious ceremony impossible. The civil ceremony lasted approximately 20 to 45 minutes. Approximately 20 to 25 guests attended, consisting of family and close friends. In a more subdued event, Caroline wore a simple, elegant beige silk charmeuse dress, designed by Christian Dior, and a matching hair bow. The couple had 3 children together: Andrea, Charlotte, and Pierre Casiraghi. The marriage ended tragically when Casiraghi was killed in a powerboat racing accident in 1990. In 1999, Caroline, third time married to Prince Ernst August of Hanover, the head of the Royal House of Hanover. A private civil ceremony was held in Monaco on January 23, 1999, which was also Caroline's 42nd birthday. The wedding was a small affair, with only immediate family and a handful of guests in attendance. Caroline wore a chic, light blue Chanel suit with gold buttons. The couple has one daughter, Princess Alexandra of Hanover. Neither she nor her husband has royal rank in Germany, but Monaco recognizes the Hanoverians' former German royal titles, attributing to the couple the style of Royal Highness. In 2009, it was reported that Caroline had separated from Ernst August and returned to live in Monaco, but they are not officially divorced. Princess Stephanie of Monaco married in 1995. Princess Stephanie Marie Elizabeth Grimaldi is the youngest child of Prince Rainier, Prince of Monaco, and his wife, American actress Grace Kelly. She is the younger sister of Albert II, current Prince of Monaco, and Caroline, Princess of Hanover. Currently 15th in the line of succession to the Monegasque throne, she has been a singer, swimwear designer, and fashion model. Stephanie married Duke Rouet on 1 July, 1995 at Monaco Town Hall. The ceremony was a civil one attended by about 40 people, with security being tight to keep tourists and well-wishers away from the underground entrance used by the couple. Princess Stephanie wore a short, lace, knee-length dress with a ruffled hem. The marriage ended in divorce less than 15 months later, on October 4, 1996, following a public scandal involving Duke Rouet's infidelity. Their 2 children, Louis and Pauline, were legitimized by the marriage and included in the line of succession. On 12 September, 2003, she married Portuguese acrobat Odons Lopes Perez, a member of Nice Circus Ensemble. Very little is known about their romance apart from the fact they married in a private wedding ceremony in Switzerland, and there were no family members, on either side, who attended. It's clear this second marriage caused Prince Rainier a certain amount of despair. At one stage it's believed he cut Stephanie off from his estimated $2 billion fortune, as well as removing her children from the line of succession. Eventually all was forgiven when Stephanie divorced Perez in 2003. The marriage was officially ended on 24 November, 2004. Princess Charlene of Monaco 2011. Charlene Lynette Wittstock was an Olympic swimmer representing South Africa, met Prince Albert II of Monaco at the Mare Nostrum swimming competition in Monte Carlo, Monaco. Princess Charlene and Prince Albert of Monaco were married in a 2-part celebration in July 2011, starting with a civil ceremony, held on July 1, 2011, in the throne room of the Prince's Palace. This was the official legal ceremony. She wore a blue blazer and chiffon skirt by Karl Lagerfeld for the civil ceremony. Princess Charlene also wore the Infinite Cascade necklace. A custom creation by Tabard IT is made of 18-karat rose gold and features 1,237 white diamonds and 6 large pear-shaped pearls. The fluid, cascading design was inspired by the movement of water. A larger religious ceremony, held on July 2, 2011, this was the grand, open-air event in the main courtyard of the Prince's Palace, and the couple exchanged vows in front of hundreds of guests, including royalty and celebrities, at the Prince's Palace. The ceremony was attended by over 800 guests, including European royalty, like Britain's Prince Edward and Sophie, Countess of Wessex, heads of state, such as French President Nicolas Sarkozy, and celebrities like Naomi Campbell and Giorgio Armani. Large screens were set up for the public to watch. Princess Charlene wore an ivory silk Duchess satin gown by Armani Prive. The dress featured off-the-shoulder, sleeveless column-style silhouette with a crossover neckline. The bodice was fitted and the skirt was spreading out towards the hemline. A 5-meter train and was heavily embellished with 40,000 Swarovski crystals and 20,000 mother-of-pearl teardrops and 30,000 gold stones in a delicate floral design was also attached. The gown took over 2,500 hours to create. Her veil was held in place by diamond brooches from Princess Caroline. The bouquet she carried was modern teardrop shape, designed by Giorgio Armani and made by the palace florists. It included gardenias, lily of the valley, and orchids. The lily of the valley was a specific tribute to Princess Grace, who also carried them in her wedding bouquet. During the ceremony, Prince Albert and Princess Charlene cut their wedding cake, a 5-tier cake with 110 pounds of strawberries. The wedding celebration also included a rock concert on the eve of the civil ceremony. For the evening reception, Princess Charlene of Monaco wore a custom Armani Prive gown made of off-white silk chiffon. The dress featured a high, sheer neckline and a 4-tiered, fluted skirt with a small train, hand-embroidered with Swarovski crystals and teardrops. The lightweight design was a deliberate contrast to her heavier wedding ceremony dress, allowing her to move more freely for the evening's festivities. Tatiana Santo Domingo married 2013. Tatiana Santo Domingo Racholski is an American-born Colombian Monegasque socialite, heiress, and fashion designer. She is the founder of the fashion company Muzungu Sisters. Tatiana Santo Domingo is married to Andrea Albert Pierre Casiraghi, the elder son of Caroline, Princess of Hanover, and her second husband Stefano Casiraghi. He is the eldest grandchild of Rainier III, Prince of Monaco, and American actress Grace Kelly. Casiraghi is currently fourth in the line of succession to the Monegasque throne, following his twin cousins and his mother. Tatiana Santo Domingo married Andrea Casiraghi in 2 ceremonies, a civil ceremony in Monaco on August 31, 2013, and a religious ceremony in Gstaad, Switzerland. The civil ceremony was a more casual, private affair at the Prince's Palace of Monaco, where she wore a bohemian-style white Missoni dress. The dress was made of white lace with a macrame effect and 2 layers of silk organza. The dress features V neckline, elbow-length sleeves and full skirt with a flower garland in her hair. An al fresco lunch by the palace's pool for about 400 guests, with fairground-themed stalls and a rock and reggae band was arranged. The later religious ceremony held in Gstaad, Switzerland, on the 1st of February, 2014, was a more formal event. Tatiana wore a tiered, ruffled Valentino haute couture gown and a mink-lined hooded cape. Tatiana Casiraghi wore a spectacular diamond fringe tiara, which was likely acquired by the Santo Domingo family. Beatrice Borromeo married in 2015. Beatrice Borromeo Arise Taverna is an Italian journalist and model. Since 2008, Borromeo became increasingly known in the tabloid press as the girlfriend of Pierre Casiraghi, the younger son of Caroline, Princess of Hanover. The couple married in a civil ceremony on Saturday, the 25th of July, 2015 in the gardens of the Prince's Palace of Monaco. The religious ceremony took place on the 1st of August, 2015 on Isola Bella, one of the Borromean islands on Lake Maggiore, Italy. Beatrice Borromeo wore multiple dresses. Before the wedding, the party kicked off Friday night with a semi-casual pre-wedding dinner held at the Borromeo Palazzo, Castle, on Isola Marda. Beatrice wore an Alberta Ferretti gown in sheer ivory silk chiffon, embroidered with flowers on the bodice and skirt. The bohemian style of the dress was continued with her simple, flat sandals and a flowing hairstyle studded with fresh flowers. The look was effortless, beautiful and very Italian goddess. For the civil ceremony, Beatrice wore a custom pale pink Valentino haute couture gown. The dress was a long-sleeved, gold lace silk chiffon creation with a delicate, sheer floral lace overlay on the V-neck top and a flowing A-line skirt with a cape. The dress was an adaptation of a look from Valentino's Spring 2015 collection specifically made for Beatrice. For the religious ceremony and reception in Italy, Beatrice wore 2 Giorgio Armani Prive gowns. The gown was an ivory-colored with a flared silhouette made of Chantilly lace and layered silk chiffon and a silk tulle veil with a Chantilly lace border. The dress features a high neckline and 3/4 length sleeves, and a long flared skirt. The ceremony was only for close friends and family. For the reception on August 1, 2015, she also wore Giorgio Armani Prive designed white silk tulle evening gown with micro-draping. The dress was sleeveless and had deep neckline and a train that flowed from each shoulder, pinned with 2 antique diamond wing brooches from the Borromeo family. Pierre and Beatrice's first child, Stefano Erciole Carlo, was born on the 28th of February, 2017. Marie Hoa Chevallier married in 2018. On the 12th of February, 2018, Louis Ducrouet, the son of Prince Stephanie and is 15th in line to the Monégasque throne, announced his engagement to longtime girlfriend, Marie Hoa Chevallier, a Frenchwoman of Vietnamese descent. Ducrouet and Chevallier met in their first year of Grande École at the Schema Business School. The civil wedding took place on the 26th of July, 2019 at Monaco Town Hall. The religious wedding took place on the 27th of July, 2019 at Cathedral of Our Lady Immaculate. Marie Hoa Chevallier wore an unconventional and elegant bridal jumpsuit by the Barcelona-based designer Rosa Clara. A sophisticated, weightless, ivory silk crepe. The dress was sleeveless, culotte-style jumpsuit featured a discreet V-neckline. A romantic embroidered lace design was featured around the waist. The elegant design was finished with an exquisite open back. Chevallier wore a diamond hairpiece. The decorative hair slide added sparkle to her hairstyle. Her earrings were made of diamonds and blue tourmaline. The drop style provided another touch of brilliance to her civil ceremony look. All the bespoke jewelry was created by Marco Molinari, a jeweler from Monaco. For her religious wedding ceremony, Marie Hoa Chevallier wore a custom ball gown by Atelier Boisanger in collaboration with her sister-in-law, Pauline Ducrouet. Her dress, made of silk gazelle and embroidered chantilly lace, featured off-the-shoulder style neckline with a sweetheart shape underneath. The neckline is trimmed with lace, capped sleeves, and lace bodice, and 5-meter-long train, with the silk and chantilly lace ensemble taking over 300 hours of hand embroidery to complete. Marie Chevallier wore a bespoke diamond hairpiece created by Marco Molinari. The specific design of the headpiece is not highlighted in most reports. Marie also wore a necklace from the luxury jewelry brand Cartier. For the reception, Chevallier wore a bold miniskirt dress with an extended train, by designer Rosa Clara, who described the gown as unique. Charlotte Casiraghi of Monaco married in 2019. Charlotte Marie Pommeline Casiraghi is a Monégasque model, socialite, equestrian and journalist. She is the second child of Caroline, Princess of Hanover, and Stefano Casiraghi, an Italian industrialist. She is 12th in line to the throne of Monaco. Her maternal grandparents were Rainier III, Prince of Monaco, and American actress Grace Kelly. Charlotte Casiraghi married film producer Dimitri Rassam with two separate ceremonies in 2019, a civil ceremony on June 1 in Monaco at the Prince's Palace of Monaco and a religious ceremony on July 1 in Saint-Rémy-de-Provence, France. For the civil ceremony, she wore a grey Saint Laurent brocade minidress with 3 large bows down the front, designed by Anthony Vaccarello. Later changing into a ivory Chanel gown with a cinched waist, and she wore a 3-strand Cartier diamond necklace that originally belonged to her grandmother, Grace Kelly, while for the religious service she wore a Giambattista Valli dress. The dress was white with long, semi-sheer sleeves and a fitted torso, featuring a high neck and a billowing skirt. The gown included intricate lace detailing and layers of tulle, creating a romantic, elegant look for her religious ceremony in Provence. The design was inspired by her mother, Princess Caroline's 1978 wedding dress. The headpiece worn by Charlotte is a floral diamond hairpiece.